So let's talk about how to create a new volume in PowerShell. Now, I've added an additional drive to this system already, but I don't have any volumes on it. So let's take a look and discover what we've got. I'm going to do a get physical disk, if I can spell physical. And we're going to see that we have two disks associated now. So we have disk 0 and disk 1. And they're always going to start numbering at 0. So 0 is going to be your first one, 1 is going to be your second one, so on and so forth. Now, this shows whether they can pool or not. Disk 0 can't pool. It's currently hosting the base operating system. So that's our primary system drive, and so we can't pool that. Notice both of them are healthy. Both of them have auto-selected usage, and here you'll see the size of both of them. Now, what this doesn't tell me is what volumes I have. So if I do a get volume, we're going to see a list of all the volumes we have, and we have two of them defined on here. So we've got a drive letter C, which is our primary partition, and then we've got a system reserved partition. But that doesn't necessarily tell me which drive they're on. However, I can run disk part, and this is my disk partitioning tool. And I'm not actually going to do anything with this other than I want to list disk here and show you what we've got. So I have two disks, disk 0 and disk 1. So this gives us our size, and notice right here this gives us our free space. Now that doesn't mean free space as in space that is available to store things on. Because if you look at this, it looks like disk 0 has no bytes free. Well, it actually does. But what it means is that all of it is allocated to a storage space or another kind of volume. So on disk 1, since we have a 20 gigabyte drive and we've got 20 gigabytes free, what that means is we have data that hasn't been partitioned out or set aside into volumes. So let me go ahead and exit disk part here. And now that we've found what we've we're going to go ahead and create a new volume. And the command to do so is new volume. And for new volume, we're going to specify the disk number that we want to put the volume on, and that's going to be disk number 1. Remember, that was the second disk, the one we just added. We're going to set a drive ladder. And for this, I'm going to use it for Windows Backup here in a few minutes. So I'm going to set a drive letter of R, and we're going to call it R for recovery. I'm going to set the file system type. File system is going to be NTFS. And then to make it convenient, I'm going to set a friendly name. And my friendly name for this is going to be backup volume. And that's just going to remind me of what this is supposed to be used for. So I'm going to hit enter, and it goes through the process of creating a new volume. Now that kicked back fairly quickly. It's a fairly small partition, so or a fairly small volume. So drive letters are friendly name, file system. It's on a fixed drive. It's healthy. Everything looks good. Size remaining and total size. So now if I do a get volume, I'm going to discover that I now have this new volume set up. Now, doing that get volume actually preps this completely. So I can go to my R drive, and there's nothing on here, but you'll see that we have our drive all set up and ready to go with a brand new volume. So setting up a volume on a new drive in PowerShell is actually really quick and easy. Now, I didn't set a size, so it defaulted to using the entire thing. I did have to set the drive number. I set the drive letter that I wanted to, but I didn't set the size. So when you do that, it just defaults to that full size. It uses all of the available space. You can use, let me do a quick get help on new volume. This is actually a very flexible command. So we can set this to create a new volume in a storage pool, or like we did, just off of a specific disk number. But notice all of the options that we have available to us, including pretty much everything about how we want to set up that new volume. Okay, so pretty straightforward and easy to work with to create a new volume and prep a new disk for use in PowerShell.